Dearest friends, here is Tami Ari and the Angels. The other day I met my Tibetan friend at the library, and as we were happy to meet each other, he said, taking a spiritual path is so wonderful because it really gives a deeper meaning to your life. I nodded, agreeing, even though for me there's so much more into it. Taking a spiritual path is not only a matter of having a more meaningful life, but rather, the way I see it, it's the only way to actually live. And I would like to dive into the distinction between an approach that we were raised on as if spirituality is one of many hobbies or inclinations one can have. Vice versa, my own approach, which claim that we actually cannot live without a spiritual connection. And in order to understand that, we really have to distinguish between many skills that we can acquire along the way, such as gardening, playing an instrument, sports, traveling, etc., and practicing spirituality. And why these are very two different things? Because spirituality means a connection to oneself, a connection to your deep authenticity, to your soul. And without it, no one can make sure that you actually live your life. When you're connected deeply to who you are, then you have a center from which you can take decisions that are actually yours. And you can stand behind them. You can choose your values. You can see your inner being grow from situation to situation, from period to period in your life, and through the many challenges that we all have. When you're connected deeply to who you are, you will find the strength to go through the ups and downs in your life. And your wisdom will grow as your heart grows, because all the different things that you experience in your life will always go back to the inner being, to your soul, will be understood in a deeper and wider perspective, and then you'll have the next gut feeling or intuition that actually comes from your soul and your guardians regarding the next choice in your life. In this sense, spirituality is not something one of us can choose not to take as if it's a course in university. I chose not to play piano this year. You can avoid playing piano this year, but you cannot stop listening to yourself. Tune yourself. If you desert the inner connection to yourself, you may find yourself flowing according to what? To other people's opinions and needs, according to rating, and then what? You may find yourself being whatever other wanted you to become, not knowing what is the meaning of all of that. Spirituality is not a ritual in its essence, even though you may want to practice some rituals if they speak to you. Spirituality is not a religion, is not a set of opinions about who is God and what is allowed and what is not. Spirituality is above all the authentic connection deeply to yourself. And when you do get more and more connected to yourself, you discover the depth of life. You discover that yourself is eternity, that yourself is endlessly beyond what you can grasp. And even if you don't grasp it, even if you cannot define it by words, you will feel a sense of awe, deep caring and connection to life itself. You will feel that your story is so much bigger than the dramas in your life. and that your story is deeply, inherently connected to other people's story, to the story of humanity, to the story of Mother Earth. You will know it as a first-hand information, not as a story that was told by others. And when you get to know life from within you, no one will be able to move you anymore from the deeper values you choose to be connected to practice all through your life. Gradually, you will find that it is important for you to take care of yourself, of the people around you, and of other things too. You will have a very true need to be of a help, to contribute your very unique story, skills, and life experience to the legacy of all of us together. Spirituality will take you to feel part of the music of life. It will become a deep sorrow when you meet destruction. You will take it to your heart when you meet somebody who suffers, a plant, an animal, as well as a child. And it will fill you with joy, not only your own achievements, but other achievements as well. Being a person, being a human being, as we all know, is very challenging. We go through a lot. Spirituality will give you the sense that you're not alone in life, not only because you have friends or a good family, if you've been blessed with such a family, but because as you love life, life loves you. And even more than that, you'll come to recognize that life in its depth offers the support of many more dimensions. That you have the support of your guardians, of your soul friends, of the angels, and many more. Your multidimensional being will come alive. You might see beauty everywhere. You might hear beauty in many sounds and pieces of music like you never heard before, because depth reveals a new level of beauty in art, in nature, and certainly through some of the very inspiring people around us. I was thinking in a glimpse of a second about all of that as my friend in the library told me, taking a spiritual path is wonderful because it makes your life more meaningful. Yes, indeed.